today. From Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Chicago Bears.
We're at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Steps away. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Sliding out of the pocket. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Fields now to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Five yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Fields. The hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 4. Back to throw. Fields. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Fields. He finds Robinson. And he's going to get a... Solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he will have the Bears first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, here's Fields. And that is incomplete here.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. Just didn't complete it. They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The kick by Lambo is good, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but you know.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And some room to roam now. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 78 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they hit payback on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Set down to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A quick check on the numbers for Keenan Allen from last week. 7 catches, 76 yards. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the 50, here's Fields. Caught by Montgomery. And I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. They'll set up to throw. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. On the move to his left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Eluding the pressure right. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. During that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. That is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's Fields. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun. Looking right. right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Darnell Mooney, the target there.
That'll bring up second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Unbelievable.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
The Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Rolling to his left. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
92 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. For the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And oh, he coughed it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
3rd and 2, Fields.
Over the middle, complete. It's Montgomery.
And he will have the Bears 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to shake him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And it's the Bengals who are out in front. Joe Burrow with 3 touchdown passes. From there, it's off to North Carolina to check on the Panthers at home in Charlotte. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. The Texans looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they are in a tight one, all tied with the visiting Ravens. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnover. 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is. I think we could all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing. And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send them.